Hey everyone, welcome to Kip TV. I am Kip. Today we've got a match for you on Upward. We're gonna start with this engineer who's got his little pyro buddy with him. That's so cute. We have Donk versus, they're tagged up as dinos, but on paper they are Jerry, Seinfeld, and the Burbs. And I have no idea what it means, but apparently they're all burping it, yo. Anyway, on Donk we have Bob77 as a sniper. Frackin' Redonkulous is on pyro. Spectre is on, oh man, Echo. No kitties allowed during this cast. Anyway, we have Spectre is on Scout, Barry Contrary is going to be on Heavy, Manwich is on Medic, Ronan is Soldier, Takram is Demo, and Casbian is Engineer. Over on Jerry Seinfeld is what I'm going to call him. We have Tall Horse as Spy, Finna as Pyro, Fights as Engineer, Corson as Scout, Basil as Sniper, A Thermal is Soldier, Hoobs is going to be Heavy, the Bourbinator is Demoman, and Kohler is Medic. I'm gonna mess up those names because they're all Bourbonate, yo. Anyway, we do have somebody who was just in spec, so that's Fenster on Spy over for Team Donk. As in Redonkulous. Frackin' Redonkulous, if you will. So these are two silver teams, both undefeated in their season. This is the third match of the regular season. Of course, there's that pregame, but nobody really cares about that. For Barnbloods Pro. Anyway, we'll see what Fight's doing right here, and looks like a pretty normal build. He didn't have too many suicides right there, and I usually like to have a bunch more, but he only had a couple. Looks like he'll be able to get things up to a level 3, though. And let's see if we have anything else interesting going on right here. Looks like normal mediguns on both sides. And now we find the Demo Man to see if he might be doing anything. I don't think so. So we'll just see. As Basil is Basil? I like saying Basil. It makes me feel European, I guess. But not able to get the pick. If he could get the sniper, oh, he actually does get, or the Demo Man does get a pick. Takes him not down, but does take away some of his health right there. Barry Contrary going down as he just kind of picks his way around, trying to see what's kind of build the enemy team has going on right here. They're actually pushing pretty aggressively right here, and I like that. I mean, they're given the space as red team is playing a little far back. Did have a jump in there from A Thermal, who does take down Casbian, who was Jurate right there. But so far, Manwich still in spawn, and just waiting things out. We do have Fenster in on Red Medic, who doesn't really have a lot of protection. Can he get the stab? No! Oh man, it's so close right there. So that is one lucky Medic. Kohler needs some protection on him, and it looks like here comes the Uber, so we'll see if they decide to pop right here, or if they're just going to completely fall back. Sentry Gun does go down, and Kohler has yet to pop. They are going to, looks like, hold the top of hill right here, and with that Uber they could easily do so. But they are actually going to fall back, even though they still have this Uber. Manwich went down. That was the big pick right there that I didn't see, but that was the reason for their falling back, of course. No reason to really sit up there if there's no way blue is going to, well, I don't know. I mean, Medic goes down, pop that Uber, just completely devastate them, and then fall back, maybe? Reset the Ubers? I'm not sure. I mean, but it's safer to go this bet, to just go back, fall back with that Uber still intact, and wait for blue to push into you. I never like to play safe. Oh, here comes the Uber. So interesting. They need to get this Medic pick, and the Bourbinator has spotted out the Medic. Puts down a couple pills. Can he finish him off? Manwich is 57 health. He's chasing him. Out comes the bottle. Can he find him? Oh my goodness, this is so not good for the red team. Kohler went down. He got picked off by Spectre. Oh, but don't worry, Bourbinator's still on it. He may be able to get a shot. Manwich is down to 42 health. Out comes the bottle again, and he gets the pick. That is dedication and commitment. He knew he was screwed. He knew that Uber did not do what they wanted to do with it. He lost his Medic. He's like, well, really the only thing I can do now to save this situation is get this effing Medic. And get him he did, even though it took a while. It took several million stickies and a broken bottle to make it happen. But it happened, and that's all that matters. So that's going to reset the Ubers. So jump well done right there by the Redonium Bourbinator. Anyway, we do have Blue making some progress through the tunnel right here. Basil, oh, with an almost perfect shot right there, perfect opportunity for the heavy, but he's just having trouble getting settled as facing a lot of pressure there for Bob77s. Looking at it on Bob's cam and see how he approaches this second point. His team has got good pressure on there right now. The sentry gun is still up, but he can easily take down heavy right here, who's just spun up. Oh, but misses the heavy shot. Medic is out and does take a body shot right there. Kohler goes down to 30 health. Oh man, no one was able to capitalize on the ton of pressure he did right there. In comes this Uber. We're going to stick in on the Bob cam as we see from his angle what's happening right here. He spotted out people who are not Ubered and going to try to push in right there. But Red Uber not too successful, and right now Kohler's just got to push back. But oh, look who's in on him. It is Blue Soldier. He gets the Uber Saw. Oh, Kohler gets the Uber Saw on Ronan. What a nice pick right there. Thought for sure he was screwed, but Ronan couldn't get that rocket off. Of course, running that black box, so have limited rockets, or everything is limited rockets, but it's a 3, so a little bit less than normal. 25% less, in fact. Math. Oh, Kohler does go down though. Didn't catch it on camera, but you can see in the kill feed, Fenster got that backstab, so Kohler all for naught right there, as Manwich is going to have this Uber advantage as they try to push in. We'll come back to Barry Contrary and see what Spectre is doing. Oh, he's just riding my cart. Alright, we'll go to Barry. I think this is the same person, but it used to be Barry quite contrary, but now it's just Barry Contrary, so he's not quite contrary anymore. He's just, I guess, a little contrary. I mean, that's still something. Oh, see if he can get the flash here. He does. Not where they wanted to use that Uber, but had to keep that heavy alive. Doubleman gets some of that as that Uber as well, and pushing in here and doing a great job. So really that early pop didn't do too much. Oh, it did reveal that they didn't quite have the protection on their back flank, and in comes Tall Horse to take advantage of that. So we'll see. Oh, Kohler's down again. Missed that pick, but Kohler had been having a little bit these past 2 lives hard trouble staying alive and getting out that Uber, which is going to be essential if his team wants to hold this last point. They did do a good job clearing off the cart and stopping it before it got to 3rd, so that is good news for the Jerry Seinfelds, is what I'm going to call them, because that's funny to me. So they will be able to buy a little time for the engineer to build at last, which is super essential. Having a level 3 sentry gun is going to pretty much stop any sneaking pushes. I did see, however, that Fightens went down. The engineer for Red went down. He got sniped by Bob77, so he was poking out trying to rebuild. And yeah, at 3rd right here you can see that sentry gun, and that's just a terrible idea, because with one fell swoop, Red team is almost entirely dead, and Blue could come in here and absolutely devastate their ranks. Blue needs to really push forward right here. I'd like to see that Doubleman getting forward with some of that spam. He is throwing pills in there, but so far being a little tepid. We will have this counter pop from Red coming a little later, but they wanted to pop it instead of drop it. Obviously good choice. So yeah, his fights has gone to mini sentries, and on the upward last, mini sentries is not the defense you want. So really unfortunate that he decided, whoa, I have no idea what's going on there. But really unfortunate he decided to go and try to rebuild at 3rd. Much more safe to, oh man, nice stickies right there from Burbinator. Takes down Manwich, who was bad positioning. As soon as he saw Burbinator, he needed to get out of there because the demo man had spotted him in a very vulnerable position. You would think this is about enough time for Fight to change wrenches and sentries and go to a level 3 and get something up right there, but he is not, and he's continuing to go with that mini, it looks like. There's 100% Uber ready for Red, but pretty much guaranteed that Seinfeld is going to just kind of hold this until absolutely necessary. Maybe absolutely necessary right now, because nobody seems to care. There's a scout on the cart, and that ×2 is going awfully fast. Spectre does go down, so nice distraction factor right there. Now we're going to have the Ingy come in and try to get it. Casbin does get the mini sentry, and then he takes out Fights. Oh my goodness. This is an Ingy that could. He's joined by a soldier that could. Little reflect action right there. Some nice protection of the cart from this Jerry Seinfeld team, but Engineer somehow survives, and looks like they will take it all the way to the end. I am not sure what happened there, but that defense just absolutely crumbled at the last minute. Didn't see where that Uber pop went or what happened to it, but that is no good for for Jerry Seinfeld. So they're going to have to put together a very nice time because 7 minutes and 21 seconds is a good time. So it felt faster than that. Did it feel faster than that? It felt faster than that. So I guess that's good. Usually when TF2 feels fast, that means it's fun, and this is looking fun. Let's take a look at scores right quick. Look at Caspian, who's second on his team in points. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on what he does. Let's get on his NG cam. Oh, I think we gotta pause. We'll be back. Alright, gotta find that NG cam. Pause wasn't too long, so HUD should not be messed up for too long. Wow, that took forever. The full cycle of everyone before I figured him where he was. He may have been AFK because he's just now getting to the front lines, and but running that Jag, so he should be able to get something up. He got a lot of suicides, so I don't think he should be going back for metal. Anyway, he's going for the cliff build. This was very popular circa season 6. This was all the rage when I was an active engineer in UGC. We've since seen more of the NGs migrate to this side like we saw with fights before. Used to be up on the hill right here, and now it's kind of migrated down. But we'll see how this works out for him. He did not manage to get to a level 3. We already have the Uber popped right there. Fast pop, not sure why Kohler didn't take any damage, but Red Uber popped in retaliation. Blue Heavy does go down, a little overcommitment right there. We'll see if Red and Soldier can bomb in here. He really needs to keep pressure on this medic because coming out this early should really be punished. You generally wait for that card to get a little further before you actually bring your medic out of spawn, and right now Kohler is very, very vulnerable, especially when you have a sniper like Bob77s. We'll see if Basil is able to keep him under control, and we will see a little bit of a sniper battle as the cart stalled for just a little bit, running into that level 3, of course, doing his job. We also have our Uber ready to go for Red. Now let's get it. Oh, I thought he was underneath the tunnel. I was very confused about how he got there, but no. Just running back into spawn. Looks like Kohler did go down, so missed that pick. But now we'll get all of these picks. Fenster gained a backstab on a thermal right there, so this defense looking pretty good until that happened. Bob77 does take down Tall Horse, but Tall Horse managed to get the sap on everything, so level 3 down, and incoming push here from Blue. They don't have an Uber, and they're not going to have one anytime soon. Bob getting the headshot right there. The 4K streak going on right now. Manwich has a 5. I didn't know the medigun could have a streak. Well, I guess that makes sense, of course. I haven't seen that, though. So that's interesting. I'm going to get back on the Bob cam as he continues to try to keep this opposing sniper in line. Does a bunch of damage to the Bourbanator, who's going to have to fall back, and thus will be able to be aggressive. Bob does take down Basil right there. Oh, no, he spotted the medic again. No, Kohler escaped damage right there, but Bob now knows where he is. We'll get back to his cam in just a second, but Fenster also knows where this medic is. Who's going to get the medic pick? Is it going to be the sniper or the spy? Spy looks like has fallen back, so Bob is maybe the only hope, but he takes too much damage and we'll have to fall back as well. Kohler, gets picked up by the scout. Kohler was down to 50% health, and he gets picked off right there. So nice job from the Scout Spectre to come in here and finish the job. Poor Kohler has been having a hard time staying alive. We'll see if Red decides to use this Uber. They might have to, and yeah, probably a good pop there, keeping both the demo and the heavy alive, taking out the threat of Hoobs. Maybe it's pronounced Hobbs, I don't know. Tall Horse actually gets Uber sawed down right there, so that's nice. Oh, he didn't get he was disguised, so he didn't get a charge from that. Manwich didn't get a charge from that. So, but I still contend that was a good pop right there, despite, Kohler went down by Bob77. Alright, well, there you go. Definitely a good pop in retrospect and hindsight, though Manwich takes so much damage right there. This is, I don't know, I feel like I always get worried when medics take that much damage and then just decide to stay by a dispenser. Oh man, Barry Contrary goes down too as Blue Heavy is spun up and just doing tons of damage, really uncontested right there. Oh, here comes the sap, and no, poor Caspian can't do it all by himself. He's going to try to rebuild here, which is a good idea, especially considering Fencer just took down Hoobs, opposing Heavy. So without that Heavy in there just to spam that minigun will work. Oh, but he's going to have to deal with this, the mini sentry, and a Bourbanator as well. And Bourbanator is the one who takes him out, takes out the sentry right there. let's see if Blue can do this. Jerry Seinfeld's looking like they have an opportunity, like they're alive. Looked a little worse for them in the very, very big beginning when they had that super early pop. But they're managing to keep the carts somewhat rolling. It's a little stalled right here. And we'll see if they'll be able to get it over this hill in a good amount of time. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. Definitely possible, obviously, to make it to the end, but it's really going to depend on what kind of time they get here onto the third point. It looks like they do have some sort of strategy developing. They do have this Uber ready and are going to pop it. Going after the Uber pop from the red team, and red does indeed pop it. Looks like the sentry gun was rescue rangered out of there, so Blue Uber not really doing anything right here. Red Uber's fading, and we're going to see if they can try to get something, but really an unfortunate Uber right there as Blue not making any sort of advancement. The cart is still kind of making progress up the way, but whoever touches it is going to have to contend with Bob. And Bob is on a roll this game. He did get the assist for that. Yeah, Bob is third right now for his team in points. We'll just keep on his camera for a little bit because this is going to be a very friendly sniping area. Oh, and now he's going to be camping. Oh, get out the marshmallows, it's s'mores time. Camp, get it? Anyway. But that does alert the enemy team to where he is. We saw a nice backstab right there from Fenster. Take out Hoobs, who's been a very aggressive heavy for Blue right now. And that's, I mean, obviously not a bad thing. Oh, but we'll see without the heavy. Can this man survive? No! Kohler going down. The cart is capped, though, and that's huge. So nice work by Carson, the scout, to get that cap while everyone was distracted by the med going down. I mean, it's a minute 30 left, and Jerry Seinfeld's really going to have to keep up the pressure on this cart. They're going to need an Uber, though, or maybe a crits to really make this happen. Maybe not. The sentry gun does go down. Takram goes down. Some nice stickies coming out of Bourbonnator. Will stick on his cam as he is pushing upstairs right now with his heavier classes. They've spotted out the enemy combo. Bourbonnator's going to do what he did last time, which is just kind of spam the area where he just saw the medic. Manwich is so vulnerable right now. Manwich down to 80 health. Somehow Bourbonnator's still alive, and he's on that medic hunt. He has like a one-track mind, and it is all for medic blood. Oh, man. Here comes the crits. Oh, wow. I cannot believe Jerry Seinfeld team did that. Absolutely fantastic comeback victory. A lot of it due to, I would say, this invisible demo man right there. Bourbonnator, who kept great pressure on the medic. I didn't see how Manwich eventually went down, but he did, so no heals, no Uber. Allowed for Jerry Seinfeld to roll right in. But exciting first half. It's only going to get better. We'll be back. Right back. Alright, we're back with the second half. The person who sent this in was kind enough to actually give me the logs for the game, so I was able to take a brief look at those. And guess what? Bourbonnator did 730 damage per minute, which is insane for demo. In contrast, Takram on the other side did 350. So that's the amount of work that Bourbonnator did that round, and absolutely essential for his team right there in that last minute push. We'll see if Donk can find some way to counter him, as it's really going to be essential in holding off that assault. They will have the chance to defend first. Sometimes it is easier if you just defend first and dig your heels in as hard as possible, and you don't have any clock or anything to compare it to. You just do your own best, if you will. Take a look at Spectre, who's running that Babyface Ambassador. Very controversial weapon since it had its buff a couple of updates ago. Very easy to survive. Is having trouble with the invisible demo man, and does finally go down. Aethermos rockets. We don't have medic out yet, so Blue decided to be. Oh well, just as I say that, we do have. Oh, and the backstab. Fenster gets the backstab and is gonna finish off the demo man. Fenster going huge, takes out Bourbonnator with that ambassador. What? Red just got a huge boost, and yeah, Donk is looking good right now on this hold. If they can hold it for over a minute, it's gonna be nice, and that's definitely gonna be where they sit. And they're holding on to this Uber. So, and the Frack and Redonkulus is doing some nice spy checking, so it's gonna be hard for an Uber drop right here out of Manwich. Unless he takes a pill to the face or something unfortunate like that. They are going to have to force pop right here. Not the best position. They will be able to defend the cart, but doesn't look like Kohler's in any position where he could be chased down, except right there. Fenster is on him again. Fenster gets him with the... Oh my god, this spy. Where is he? Did he go down? He went down. That's ridiculous. Oh my god. But Tall Horse, speaking of spies being ridiculous, is in so far behind the lines. He does get caught out. But, oh, both of these spies are already with 6 points in the round and is literally a minute and 27 seconds long. Alright, we gotta get another Fenster cam. You know, as soon as I get on his cam, he's not gonna be able to do anything. But I just want to say that I made the effort to get onto his cam. You can watch Bob77 as he tries to take down Heavy, who's just asking to be a headshot right there. We'll see if Fenster can finish it up. As I'm sure Bob called out damage on that, maybe, but Fenster is got his eyes for a bigger prize, and that's a... Oh, no. That's no good. Run into the pyre, and of course running that Spicicle, so not able to accomplish his mission. Nice scout pressure here on the medic. Can Spectre finish off Kohler? But no. Oh my goodness. Kohler escapes with 9 health right there. Survived the scout only to be bombed by Ronan. Ronan goes down. Good protection from his heavy hoops. So they will have this Uber as they are pushing in. We'll get on the Bourbinator cam. He looks like he's getting some of his heals, and I wouldn't be surprised if he got most of this Uber considering the round he had last time. Putting up some sticks. His overheals are actually fading down right there. And where is this Uber? He takes a ton of damage. He may not even be a part of this Uber. As I can't even... Where's Kohler? I don't know, but there's a spy. Fenster doing some action right there. There we go. Bourbinator finally does get it. A nice flash coming out of a Red Manwich, managing to keep most everyone alive until that happened. Oh, down goes Barry Contrary, down goes Spectre. Manwich did survive that, so he will be able to get back. I think Tackroom went down before that Uber exchange, but he was not a part of that, so that could have been a huge factor. Looks like, oh, he goes down right there. So we'll see. And not having that Tumbleman is going to make it very difficult to defend this point. Of course, that Wrangled Sentry Gun is going to be nice, but needs Pyro protection to keep those stickies and pills away from it. And just with that, in comes the Pyro to help out. We'll see how far Barry Contrary wants to go with this. He's looking like he wants to get pretty aggressive right here, but needs to be safe and smart about this, considering Manwich has 80% Uber. The cart is barely capped the Bourbinator, getting in there to edge it forward. So time of 3 minutes and 50 seconds for the first 3 points is amazing time right here. Jerry Seinfeld is just rolling, or at least Jerry Seinfeld's team is rolling. And having... really no difficulty in getting through some of these defenses. They're having a little trouble right here because this is a probably pretty solid defense, but we're going to 60% Uber soon. And if Kohler can stay alive, but between Fenster and Bob, that's a big if. Oh, especially if this red Uber is popped, trying to get in here, but the Heavy is so slow he can't finish up. Oh, and looks like Kohler will survive. Here comes that Uber push out of Jerry Seinfeld. They need their Devilman with them. Where is the Bourbinator? He may not be in time for this party, and here comes this pop. They need to get that Sentry Gun. It is Rescue Ranger out. So nice job. No, just kidding. Hoobs follows up and takes down Caspian. In comes a Bourbinator as well. So now we have the push out of Jerry Seinfeld that they've been waiting for. Let's get on a Bourbinator's cam. I hate to keep harping on it, but he's just been so excellent at this last point. Takes down his opposing Devilman right there. He's got overheals. He's gonna try to find the medic again, and oh, Manwich actually went down. He found where the Heavy was situated. Some little spy checking right there. Is like, what? That's a crate. But Jerry Seinfeld team doing a great job right now. Red Med just alive now. Gonna try to get some presence here on the cart. Gonna be very, very difficult as there's absolute crazy pressure coming out of everywhere from this just Jerry Seinfeld team. I just want to get on Bob 7's cam because he is on Machina, the Machina, if you will. Interesting choice here for this defense at last, but just trying to go for damage, I guess, right now. If he could take it down, Burbinator would be huge, but actually Ronin's going to go ahead and bomb in on him. Interesting position up by Bob Sevens, but he is like moving around a lot, so that's going to be an advantage. Oh, he keeps missing, so I'm going to get off his camera. Don't worry, as soon as I get off his camera, he'll get a headshot, or he'll get a shot. And there he goes, taking down his enemy, Demo Man. Tall Horse getting the combo with the backstab. Oh snap, should have been on the spy cam, but that's huge picks right there. Kohler is managing to stay alive despite that aggression from Donk, or Donk's scout right there. No, he does go down, but doesn't matter. Enough pressure on the cart that 6 minutes and 29 seconds will be the time for Jerry Seinfeld and the Burbs, which is a really nice time. That's about what they got last round. But of course, going in second that time. They're crazy. They're ridiculous. We'll see if Donk can counter, but pause right now. Alright, we're back. Donk has to counter with something fantastic. They need to pull something out of their magic hat to get a better time than that, because Jerry Seinfeld's just had such great momentum, and I just can envision them putting forward a very solid hold here in first, and Donk just not being able to get anything going. But of course, that is just me predicting the future, and there's a reason why I am often wrong. So we'll see if Donk can overcome those expectations and get something going. Just need ×3 on the cart all the way. Keep the aggression, keep the momentum, keep the pressure. I would like to see a demo bomb in here, but I always would like to see a demo bomb. So that's nothing new. But we'll stay on Takram's cam anyway. Getting some of those sweet overheals. Put them in the green on my HUD right there. And just kind of checking around. Some little spy checking. You know, there's Demo Man, the most efficient of the spy checkers. As he moves forward and spams a little fence door already, taking down Basil, the sniper. So doing a good job for his team right there. Get on oh, Takram came as he does a little flying. Hope they serve peanuts on that flight. Am I right? Oh, horrible. Look at all this damage coming down from Burbinator. Now you know why he gets so much damage, because he's just constantly shooting stickies. He's either always shooting or reloading, putting down some nice sticks on the cart right there to stop it in its tracks. Although this NG, Caspian, is just super aggressive, and I love to see that out of NGs on offense, just continually putting pressure on the cart, continuously spamming those mini sentries. It can be so aggravating to defend against. We do have the Uber pop from Blue coming around the right side. I like it. Sentry gun goes down. Uber's not flashed to heavy, and Barry gets felled by the scout. Oh my goodness, and now Blue Medic is... oh, falling back, so he's in good position, except there's a spy on his back. He's gonna be able to get out of this sandwich. Yes, does survive. Holy moly. Kohler also survives right there in a really ridiculously close counter. Uber exchange that somehow they both end up surviving. Red is actually building Uber here right now. That is interesting, so we'll have to come back to that to when Kohler has 100%. But meanwhile, Carson ain't Bourbonette. Oh, he's not Bourbonette, but does a nice defense of the point right there. And yeah, Kohler's gonna have 75% Uber right here, which is really interesting to be building on defense. I assume they wanted to pop and buy more time for their NG, but it's not gonna happen as Bob takes down fights. Down goes a sentry gun. Uber not even necessary for this point right here. Red should be popping their Uber. If they had gotten it like 2 seconds sooner, they could have popped it and stopped to the point from being capped. Oh, but they are going to hold in here, which is so dangerous. As you can see, there's a spy right in. Oh, and we do have the Uber pop from Blue, so we will have the counter from Red. A whole lot of nothing going around here, and this is where Kohler just needs to start running, and indeed he will. Hopefully he can escape the fires of the opposing Pyro, and he does. Just want to check in on points real quick, and as I suspected, Bob is doing major amounts of work still with that Machina. I just don't like it as much aesthetically. I think it's stupid. There's something so much more satisfying about the regular sniper rifle. But of course, each sniper his own, and I'm not really a sniper. All I can do is just really comment on the prettiness of things sometimes. So that build by Red on that Uber, the fact that they were doing self-damage to get that Uber up faster was interesting, but didn't really take advantage of it. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad idea, but only if they use it to their advantage, to like pop in with it or something. They didn't though. They will have a slight Uber advantage right here, but probably not enough to work out from. We'll stick on, oh, just kidding, Takram, who's just been having bad luck right now. We do have the Uber popped. It is used to clear off the cart. Burbinator does take down Bob, so that's a nice relief for a second at least. Blue Uber popped a little bit later, so we'll stand for a little bit later. Have a nice pick right there from Tall Horse, who did the ring around the rosy with Barry Contrary, who was not able to catch up. So nice work utilizing that spy speed over the Heavy's natural klutziness. Oh, we'll see this oh, Manwich escapes that. So a thermal trying real hard right there. Scout in on the medic. No, Corson not able to do anything with that. I don't think he knew right where Manwich was. Otherwise, he might have been able to get the med pick right there, but I wasn't aware of it. Oh, doesn't need it because Tall Horse is going to get the med pick. Huge pick. There's only 3 up right now for Red, but they have this Uber, so they can pop this Uber and defend this corner for a little bit if they want to buy some more time for their NG, who is still trying to build there, and that's such a bad idea. Fights really should be building at last right now. They still have this Uber. They should pop it, and they do finally pop it on Takram. I'm sorry, on Burbinator, who's trying again to get that medic pick, and look at him try. He does connect with the sticky. What? He's just got some sort of obsession with Manwich, which is often ending in Manwich's death, which is sad for Manwich, but excellent news for Jerry Seinfeld. Also, good for Manwich. His team putting great pressure on this cart. They have 1 minute and 36 seconds left to take it to all the way, and they can absolutely do this. There's still time too. They just need to keep their scout on it, and maybe work up an Uber. They have one more chance for an Uber right here. Oh, get on. Burbinator's cam, because you know how he loves this last point, but does take down Ronan right there in close quarters. And this Uber is going to be ready for blue in just a second, but Kohler should have one ready to go at the same time. Time is ticking though, 1 minute and 6 seconds, and remember, Donk has to get this if they want to force us to a 3rd round. Kohler went down. Holy moly, didn't see the pick on Kohler right there, but the Uber for blue is popped, cleaning up the sentry gun. Down goes the sniper. There is Pyro trying to do damage right there, but looks like all the light classes are the only ones up for Red as they try to get some sort of defense coming. Burbinator gets picked by the mini sentry gun. Medic gets picked off, and we do have just enough time to push that cart in, and wow, Donk takes it. Really able to come back with some great aggression. Not necessarily one person doing major amounts of work that round, but all combined, that pressure definitely made it happen. So we are going to a 3rd round. Alright, we're back with the 3rd and final deciding round of this match. Had another look at the logs, which, by the way, now I am highly recommending that everybody sends me their logs, because it's so interesting to see that really Burbinator close to repeat performance has 600 damage per minute, or 630 damage per minute. So, okay, not close to repeat, but 100 damage per minute less. But anyway, still doing crazy amounts of damage. Takram still around 300 for his team. We had Bob 7-7s, 17 headshots, and killed his opposing sniper 8 times. Basil had 4 headshots and killed his opposing sniper once. So, really interesting to see the class by class matchups. And while it's not sometimes the class matchups don't, I mean, one class may overpower another or whatever, it kind of evens out in a different class. So you can see that kind of with our snipers and Dumomans to have this really close matchup, because both of these rounds have come down to less than a minute, and that's absolutely ridiculous. So I can only assume that this is going to be nothing short of epic, which will be fun. Basil going down to a headshot immediately from Bob right there. So, kind of story of his life for Basil, poor guy. I hope I'm saying his name right. Barry coming in there trying to get something going. Succeeds in getting blown to bits. So far, Med's still not out of spawn for this blue team. as everyone just kind of feeling each other out. The sentry gun, I'm assuming, is just in the same position, and indeed it is. We're gonna stick on Tall Horse's cam, because guess who he found? Oh, but look who is protecting his medic. Very nice right now, but Tall Horse, seeking an opportunity right here, not able to get anything before that Uber is popped. And Kohler has yet to pop his. He's gonna need to pop it if he wants to save his heavy right here, or possibly his life. They will actually hold on to it for a little bit longer. Finally pop it to save the time on the point, but not able to get it in time. Yeah, it's an okay pop right there. Need to be popped a little bit sooner. And Barbinator wasn't able to get the medic, so I'm sure he's very upset about that. Oh, I should have seen how many medic picks he had, but yeah, gonna do that real quick. Okay, so Barbinator got 2 medic picks in that second round. Pretty significant for a demo right there, but that is what it is. Look how aggressive Donk is being right now. Just really getting through tunnel fast and already putting pressure right here on the second point. Takram looks like finally woken up and is sending a ton of spam in there, doing some great damage right there. Staying alive with those overheals, preventing anybody from coming out this door. Finally, Bourbinator peeks his head out, but guess who got more heals and more ammo? That's Takram. He's going to come in here and try to continue up with this aggression, and it's working. Kohler took a lot of damage right there and is forced to pop. Blue needs to... Oh... They popped their Uber, saved Barry, it looks like right there. If they could have held on to it, they would have been a nice advantage for this third point. Nonetheless, they're still rolling this cart. I need to get ×3 on there. I would say ×3 would be essential for this, especially considering the times we've seen out of Jerry Seinfeld. But again, we've seen great times out of Donk, so it's so back and forth. But it is ×3 on the cart right now. Neither team has an Uber advantage. We're still pretty close right here. Basil just took down Bob, so that's an advantage right now for Jerry Seinfeld. Donk going to have to be careful that they don't have any sniper coverage. And doing aggression in here from Ronan. Not sure what he's doing, but oh, if he got that health pack, he could have had a chance to put some damage on Hoobs, but maybe not enough. Little spy dancing going on as Kohler went down to a backstab, as Heavy was eventually able to clean up that spy. But not before it's too late. Manwich also went down, so neither of those survived. Oh man, missing some of these medic picks, but there's a lot of action going on here as Blue is just continually pushing, continually trying to be aggressive. Finna is going to try to get in here behind the lines and shut down Bob. He does get that the reserve shooter kill right there, but they know he's coming. Caspian also going maybe for a medic pick or a sniper pick. Oh no, did he get stuck? No, he's alright. He's alright. It's okay, guys. But Bob is back up and on the hunt. He does take down Basil. And we'll see what else Bob can get. No, he's changing positions. What else can you get? This is an interesting. Fenster is an interesting. Still in that Machina. Oh, interesting. This is interesting. Good. We have that crits going, so gotta get in on the Bourbinator cam, who's gonna get this. And the first crits, oh, the backstab from Tall Horse takes down Barry Contrary, so he dies to the backstab instead of the crits. Crits fades away, or died as Kohler dies. Bourbinator stays alive, but a lot of deaths in that exchange from both sides. Oh my goodness, Fenster is still going. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's Tall Horse. Both are running the Spicicle, and so both getting a lot of action in that exchange. Only 4 up right now for the Jerry Seinfeld team, and I don't know if they'll be able to get defense together. Barry is just rolling through. He has these overheals, and he's not going to stop at anything. Okay, he's going to stop at that. I say don't stop at that. I don't think that Heavy is overhealed. No, that Heavy, in fact, is on literal fire, so Hoop's very vulnerable right here as he doesn't have his med with him. So potentially a situation where Blue could just kind of soft push in there, but they do have about 75% Uber, so no reason to really risk it. As you can see, again, Bourbinator just putting forth a lot of damage, trying to get in there. He does go down, so Takram gets that important pick. Gonna have an Uber ready to go for Donk, and the Uber is popped as they try to go upstairs to get the heavy medic combo with that crits. Crits his pop, but doesn't do anything against an Uber. Obviously, Takram going down, Ronin going down right there to backstab from Tall Horse, but their med is still alive for Donk, so those heals on the cart are going down. Oh, but Manwich fell back as he's super hurt. Doesn't matter. He got the overheals on the scalp, but Spectre goes down to a pill as Bourbonnator's up and just spamming that cart. Hoobs is just going to sit on this cart right now, and he's going to try to take upstairs positioning. His medic takes so much damage, and also, so close to being sniped right there. Kohler has like 70 health. We'll see if Jerry Seinfeld, how long they can hold this for. Oh my god! Fenster's, what? Just out of nowhere comes in and gets that medic pick. That's going to be huge. Also huge is, I was going to say Manwich staying alive, but Manwich goes down. This defense is really pulling together and making it happen. It's absolute insanity here. And oh my god, you saw that Tall Horse getting the pick on Ronin on the cart. Let's check in on, Carson's not gonna be able to do this. We'll keep on the Tall Horse cam because he's just camping the cart right now, because of course that's the only thing that matters. He's gonna try to get a better positioning, maybe get a med pick, as Manwich would try to push in here, maybe get some heals on the cart. Oh wow, there's a little pause in the action while both teams are kind of just deciding what they want to do, if they want to commit, if they want to continue this soft push to just getting a lot of deaths, or if they want to wait for that all-aboard charge. Looks like Tall Horse has spotted out that Manwich is running that crit, so that is super essential. Wait. Am I seeing things? I am seeing things. That's an Uber. But he was able to call out that they're going to be pushing soon, and indeed, there goes the pop. Finna not able to stop it, and it looks like this may be it, but just kidding. In comes the red Uber to clear off the cart. They need to take down this heavy who's covered in Girardi. Manwich did go down. Bourbonnator got a pill on him, and out of the upstairs comes Hoobs to clear up Barry Contrary right there. Bourbonnator still doing crazy amounts of work. But not able to protect his med right there as Kohler goes down to a backstab. Yeah, Bourbonnator is still doing crazy amounts of damage, but just having trouble keeping his med up as Kohler not around now. Takram is taking a body shot right there. He's like, well, no, never mind. Bourbonnator with some nice jumps just clear across the map. Put himself in a position where he could just spam everything. And this is such a great hold from Jerry Seinfeld right now. Alright, here's what... See, the thing is, I was, again, seeing into the future when Manwich would switch to a crits. So now they're on crits. That means we have to get to this... just kidding. Tall Horse gets the backstab on Manwich. Oh, my god. Oh man, this defense will not quit. Kohler's on quick fix. It's an interesting idea. I didn't even know whose camera to get in on right now. I guess we'll stick on Bourbonnator because he's right in on the action. But we do have a blue Demo Man pushing as well. Takram not able to get that crits last time, and just kind of caught up within all those stickies from his opposing Demo Man, and Bourbonnator just doing major amounts of work again. But there's a scout or spy on the cart. Can anybody get there? Some stickies going on, and Fenster does go down. So nice save right there out of Bourbonnator, who's still alive. He's got to reload every second because he's just sending out so much spam. We'll see if he can defend the cart for one more time. The quick fix is popped, and Bourbonnator's going to get some of those picks, but not enough. There's only one up right now. Can the engine save the day? He can. Donk pushes it in with a time of 9 minutes and 16 seconds. That last hold from Jerry Seinfeld was astounding. Just continually able to get those key picks that prevented Donk from pushing in, and that led to a 5-minute defense. Remember, they had like 4 minutes on the first 3 points and then just couldn't push into last. So great job by Jerry Seinfeld, but it's only half over right now. Jerry Seinfeld still has to put together a pretty decent push here. 9 minutes and 16 seconds is the longest of any time we've seen today. So you're thinking like, well then just Jerry Seinfeld team should easily be able to cap that, or to beat that. But that's not necessarily the case, so we'll see. We will see if there's any tricks to pull, or if Donk has any last tricks to pull out of their sleeves, because they're going to have to put forth a pretty strong defense right here. Again, going for that cliff hold. And one of the dangers of this is that his dispenser is over here, which is a good position for a dispenser if, and if you're like running your sentry gun right here, it's not a bad idea because you can rescue ranger it while you're sitting on your dispenser. It's interesting that Caspian isn't holding down here and rescue rangering from here. But, so pretty much just kind of abandoning his sentry gun to do it by itself. Sentry gun, as far as I know, do not have genders. But that's as far as I know. Alright, so the little awkward holding a thermal is going to get jump in there, get some nice action going. Bob actually takes down the demo man, so Bourbonnator out of the picture. Red Uber is popped though. Looks like it was forced as Mainwich took some damage. And with that Red Uber being out of the picture, Blue is going to push now. A good attempt by Fenster, but he goes down. A lot of spam coming in because they know that Uber is there and they want it to be forced early. And indeed, it is popped. Sentry Gun goes down. A nice sap out of Tall Horse. And right now, Jerry Seinfeld clearing out the first point with some pretty good time. One last soldier to rule them all, but Ronan goes down. Meanwhile, in the midst of the chaos, I think Bob took down Kohler right there. So huge pick, no med for this blue team. That means that Red and Manwich have 100% Uber advantage. They could pop right now and then still have Uber, even Ubers if they wanted to. I mean, why not? Or if you get this pick from Fenster, who is, oh, it doesn't matter, Fenster not even in it, but you can tell from his angle that Bob got that headshot. Oh man, I guess that means we're gonna get on the Bob cam in just a second, but we got to see what this positioning is going on here for Jerry Seinfeld. They're holding pretty far aggressive here, considering they don't have any heals. They're gonna fall back as soon as that Uber is popped, and Takram is gonna try to send some stickies up the cliff, but really no reason to overextend right here or to go any further, and those Ubers will be even after that pop. Oh, Bob with the double Machina taking down Kohler and Tall Horse. What? And we actually did do a rewind, so we're going to see that as it happens. I usually don't rewind, but come on, I've never seen that before in comp, so we are going to watch that again. Bob in here, he's very vulnerable, and there he goes, gets the med, gets the spy in midair. What? Alright, Bob with an 8K streak going on that Machina, using it, and he's so hurt right now too. We'll stay on his camera until he dies, but you can bet right now he is most wanted enemy on for Jerry Seinfeld. That's ridiculous. Fenster is kind of probably pissed because Bob has been killing him before. He can get in there. He finally does get in there, but gets picked out easily by that defense, who's kind of been alerted to that presence. Finally, Basil takes down Bob, and that was 8K to finish with. Not too shabby, Bob. Not too shabby. We'll chicken in his stats after this game, but he's definitely bought his team a lot of time right here. They do have this Uber still ready to be popped in case of emergency, and it may be an emergency soon here, as Blue has this 100% Uber ready. They do pop, and the sentry gun not going to be able to be saved. A lot of chaos going on as the red Uber is popped in retaliation, as the red Pyro gets some of that action and balances the med around, but it looks like Kohler's going to be able to survive. Manwich also stays alive, so these medics doing a good job staying alive after their Ubers. Something that's not necessarily easy to do, but it all depends on your positioning. If you look though, only 3 up right now for Donk, whereas the entire blue team is up. Tall Horse, one of them. He's going to try to go for the medic pick. Oh, can he? I don't even know what's going on right there. But both men surviving that. That was Manwich who got away alive. I really thought he was out of it, but got some protection from Bob, I guess. You know, that sniper medic protection. It's the best. Speaking of Bob, we're back in on his cam as he's just peeking his way over. Oh, somehow gets the NG right there. Okay. I can shoot things too without even seen them. Can't you? Regardless, we have both Ubers ready to go. Remember, they were even as both men survived it. Blue Uber is popped in here, popped a little early, but probably necessarily in terms of avoiding a drop right there. Red Pyro is going to get in there, use a lot of that Uber to push the cart clean, and pretty good counter Uber right there from Donk. So buying again, buying themselves a lot of time. Only 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Over half the time is gone, and Jerry Seinfeld still hasn't capped that third point, which is the hard one to cap if you allow your team to get the opposing team to get set up. And right now there is a level 2, which is not a worst case scenario for Jerry Seinfeld, but they need to make a move here soon. They do have this 80% Uber ready to go. We'll stick on the Burbinator cam because I'm gonna guess he's gonna get some of this, if not most of this Uber. Is in fact building a little right there, but that Uber is ready to go. They're going to pop it immediately because they know have a little bit of Uber advantage right there. Red is so close to getting there, so they do pop an instant pop right there out of Red Ahmed Manwich, and well played. Doesn't even look like Burbinator was able to do anything except get behind the lines like crazy. He's going to be able to do a ton of work from this angle, which nobody from Donk saw. A lot of reflex coming out there. Oh, frackin' redonkulous. Oh my god, that was redonkulous. I don't even know what happened, but Spectre is the only one alive. He's got like 15 health. He does get some re-heals on this, and Jerry Seinfeld team senses the end is near, and they're gonna try so hard to push this in with less than 3 minutes and 15 seconds, but the card is so far away, and Bob Sevens is still on a roll. Gets the headshot on Hoobs right there, as Kohler's just primary goal number 1 is to stay alive, get this Uber up, and they could possibly win this. But Donk is not done defending yet. As Spectre shows right there, putting some pressure in on the med, and right now Kohler needs to get out of there. We'll see if Spectre pursues that, but sees that there's a heavy and a good decision to fall back on that. Dollhorse meanwhile takes down Bob, so that sniper is out of the defense for a little bit, so this could be the time for Blue to push. They have this 100% Uber, they need to make it happen soon. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Sentry Gun is in a position that's unfamiliar to them perhaps, and is not targeted down, is still at level 3, still going, and Blue Med falls back before anything happens right there. Hoobs went down, and Burbinator not able to make anything happen, so oh man, huge missed opportunity for Jerry Seinfeld right there. Sentry Gun is still up, so really interesting position right here. It's usually pretty easily spammable from several positions if your Sentry Gun is right here, but right now Blue team just can't adjust and can't put on that direct hit soldier or put on that sniper to take down this interesting Sentry Gun position. I love it. It's wow, getting down to the wire. A minute 50 seconds left. Definitely still time for Kohler at least 2 more Ubers. He's got 85% now. So we'll get in on the Kohler cam. He's got to survive. Oh man, he's got to survive. And he will. They know where the Sentry Gun is this time. And Burbinator going to get some of those stickies. Not able to detonate them onto the Sentry Gun. It is still up and still firing. That Uber pop from Red. A magnificent counter. Fencer was the only one who went down. Burbinator gets finally picked off by Barry. And wow, now they're going to be able to take this really aggressive position. And look how far Takram is up here. Just putting down stickies. That cart is rolling backwards. This is such a good hold out of Donk, but they have to do it one more time as Kohler is building, has 61%, 65. They're going to have one more Uber push in them as less than a minute goes on the clock. Takram needs to stay alive in order for by his team a sanity chance. Stickies on the cart are going to be essential for this last minute defense. And this is a last minute defense if there ever were one. Blue team still continually just touching that cart to keep it not moving backwards. Kohler has his 100% Uber. Where they push? They're gonna push out from a main door right here as Sticky's coming in on the Sentry Gun. Finally, it goes down right there as the Sentry Gun that would not die. Blue Heavy gets some of these overheals, but he's gonna go down as he's too far from his med. Oh, and some really nice pan work and pyro work right there from frackin' Redonkulous will stop any aggression on the cart, but from the combo at least, but right now it's just anybody and everyone who's alive for Jerry Seinfeld to get on there. 4 seconds left. I don't think they're going to be able to do it, and what a victory for Donk. What a hard-fought victory. What amazingly well-matched teams. I'm going to get some logs and some interesting facts. Alright, so oh my goodness, some really interesting things happening in that Burbinator, again doing over 700 damage per minute. Over Takram, really turning up his game, putting over 500. That round, actually, Basil got 19 headshots to Bob77's 18, but Bob77's took down the opposing medic 5 times. So, some ridiculously crazy things happening right there, but what a fun match, and that's exactly what this game is about. So congrats to Donk, but well played by Jerry Seinfeld and the Burbs. Thank you to Takram who sent this in, and just a quick note for Takram, he's like, you gotta watch this enemy demo, man. He did amazing amounts of damage, and I think that was so respectful of him and the game. So shout out to Takram for just being a good fan of the game and just appreciating good play, despite the fact that it owned him for a while, but he pulled up his pants during the last round and brought it and helped his team with an amazing victory. So congrats, guys. Look forward to the rest of whatever you will bring for the season. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you have a match you want to see casted, send it to me at kiptf2@gmail.com, or you can tweet me at kiptf2. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Have a good day.